Hi, in this video, I will show you how can you make your machine learning model when you don't have a big data set, but you can make a big data set from a small data set using Gen model. And then later on, you can generate you can classify your images based on that. We'll take the example of pest, and these are the instructions. So if you see the objective of this is to classify the pest using the generative learning approach. A gen model will be used to generate the novel data set from the small collection of pest images, followed by classification using computer vision transformers. Okay, the first thing is we will use a gen model. I have made, like, if you see in the bottom left side, this is a very small thing. So I also zoom in a little bit. Okay, so if you click on this, I am right now working in this branch, make gen model. This is a remote branch. And you can also create your own branch from here. I have created my own branch. I just clicked on this and then I wrote the name of the main branch. So and then later I switched it. So if I go to the main branch, it looks like this. And if I go to like a remote branch, it looks like what? Uh, if I go to remote branch now, this one, it looks like this. All right. So next thing we have to do is we have to make this generative model, but we don't have data set. First of all, the Kaggle is the best source for getting the data set. I will go there first and I will find the data set. Okay, if you see, I have like found this good data set of West and I downloaded it. And after that, I simply go to my download folder, opening folder with data. Okay, I click on it, extract all. It's not big data set, so there's no need to worry about it. Okay, they are pest and test. And there are four type of pest, BOLLW worm. I think these are all the pictures of them. Okay. And if you see all are these pictures are from like they are not much, they're small. And then you see oh wow, I have others also. Like there's a one data for training and one data for testing. So if you see the training one, I have one, two, three, four, five types of data set. So like this is, oh, some of them are copies. Okay. So if you see now this, Peter, okay, this one, I know this best. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I don't think so. These are one kind of pests, because they're looking very different in colors and okay. Actually, this is being extracted right now, and it is done now. Okay. So what we do, we just copy this, and we see like first of all the data size. Okay. It's a better option in the GitHub, like if you ignore a folder, because sometimes we have problems. So it's always better option. Yes, I want to move the pest here. Okay, this is the pest data set. Okay, I go here, a source control. No, like source control graph. How to install? Okay. And then there are so many pictures right now, 3,000 plus. So I go there and I want to make this folder as git ignore. So to do that, we just simply have to okay. So because this is a big file, I don't want to every time push it on GitHub and download it from GitHub. So just to keep it safe, I simply I have written this link, best dataset link. You can just download it and later you can use it to for changes. So I just create a new folder, a new file name. It will be called like a .git file ignore. Okay, I create a new file, paste here, enter, and in that file I simply first say git add and .git ignore. Okay, after that I will type there git commit ignore pest. Okay, I just write there ignore. Ignore past data folder and secondly I just say git push. So this is like must. I have created a .git ignore file and whenever I will push the changes to the GitHub, it will not ask me to commit the changes. Okay, now the past folder will be ignored and any file that folder would not be tracked by the GitHub. So, but strangely, we are watching this thing there. Okay, so these are all images. Okay, so to do that, we just simply like because we have not commit anything yet, so we simply say like a cut it from here, and we just paste it here again. Okay, or better if I just delete it. Okay, and there are only two changes I have done. Okay, I first do like I get ignore this thing and done. Okay. After that, I just move that data again here. Okay. Command V. Okay. Turn on. Okay. Um. Just once again, I have to go to there. Okay. No. 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 Recording or yes. Okay. So I simply go to my download folder, which is here. This is archive, and then Control C, Control V. Now it should paste it. And this should not be attached to the git. So add the following line to the git ignore. Okay. Now, I'm really sorry. This was just to not do it here. Sorry, sorry, I forgot. Basically, you just have to write the path which you want to forget. So I just want to forget this one. So you can simply write this path here. If I want to get the other path ignore, I can just do it. So in the git ignore, you just give the path of the folder you want to ignore. And lastly, we just simply like a commit the changes and then like a done. And you can ignore this now. All right. It's asking me to publish this branch, although I don't already have this branch, so don't worry about it. All right. So next thing is we already have the best. We already have get ignored, which is ignoring best. Okay. Now we have to generate a model which will be used for um, making more data set from the small data set. So to do that, the first thing is definitely you have to go to here and we have to install TensorFlow. Okay. We go here and install TensorFlow. Okay. In the TensorFlow, like all right. So if you see like here, now I have this past directory which is being ignored. But if we see like the past, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10 types of data. So I have 9 types of data, but I will make like 20 types of data from that. So if you see like this is the first kind of thing, and it's being repeating. Okay. This is first kind of uh vest I have. It's called like S5 and then army worm. Okay, I have army worm. This looks like army. Okay. And then we have a beetle. Okay, it's like a next kind of data set. Okay, data. And then we have this one. So using that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have to generate. Let's just make like we use 5 data set, and using that we generate uh another 5 data set. Okay. For example, before that, I think okay. So before that, I just want to share like if you like have like if you have to modify. No, I say modify or make new data set. So there are 3 ways you can do that. The number one method is you can do the data augmentation. Like you can rotate them. Um, you can say like flip them, color adjustment. These kind of things you can do with the data augmentation. The second thing you can do is data, and we have to look like a generative adversarial networks. So I just write there generative adversarial adversarial. network, which is called GANs actually. By the way, we have these models already in like we can use style GAN or cycle GAN to blend the features. Okay. Anyhow, so we have them, and the third thing we can use style GAN. Sorry, like a blending or morphing. Okay, blending or morphing. Now, what are these things? Like you can, I also write in the brackets. For example, um, like you can use some Photoshop tool or Dream Learning tool. Like you can change their head, like change head or maybe legs or other things using different tools. And what is generative adversarial model? I guess. Okay, I write it like a GAN. So like it's actually generate completely new picture. And this one is again like just change the current picture. Change uh, current picture like feature maybe images like features and rotate them or color changes. Okay, so on. So this is like how can you make a new data set? But we will follow with this one. So we are working with this. So to do that, we simply write there working on this. Okay. So our target is to work with that. Okay. That is done. Okay. Now, because we have to go with the GANs, so like then we should write there uh how many for example like methods with we can generate new images. So in them the first one comes is that will be called as TensorFlow. Okay, in the description I write like this is a library with pre-trained um, GAN examples. It's okay. The second one is we can say like there's a PyTorch. And in the PyTorch, popular for when you need the customization, when you are doing research and you need customization. So GAN is best for that. Like PyTorch is best because you can change things accordingly. And third one is like you have Keras. It's it's like a upper layer of TensorFlow. So you can write it like a upper layer of TensorFlow, which make TensorFlow abstract. Like you can uh, working with less code. Okay. After Keras, you have fourth option, NVIDIA, because NVIDIA is very good. I also have the NVIDIA graphic in my computer. So NVIDIA offers a style GAN. Uh, okay. So NVIDIA offers the style GAN, but I think so in the TensorFlow there is also style GAN present. So it's a good for high quality and realistic images. Good for high quality, realistic images. And lastly, we will also talk about the part five. That is about, let's say we type like cycle GAN. So like why it is used? Okay. The main purpose is, for example, like when you have, okay, so basically the cycle can is good like when you have like one type of pest. In general, if I say like a good fit way, like it good for translation, like converting one pest to another completely. So this is also good, and the other one is also good. Maybe we can use both of them, or maybe one. So we try with the cycle GAN because it's very good for converting the images. All right, so we will use go with the this one, the cycle GAN, because it's good for um creating new type of pest. It can blend the characteristics, and it is already trained. So we will continue with this. Again, we will write two stars on the left and two stars on the right. We will continue with it. Okay, save. All right. So our next target is we because we have to go for cycle GAN, but we don't know how can we implement it, right? Okay, now I have some points. I write them here. So basically, why we are doing it here because we have to uh, use cycle GAN to make new models. So we are taking like a steps for cycle GAN. I think we can write it like this. So number one, we will set the environment. I don't have TensorFlow right now. I don't have PyTorch. I don't have a cycle GAN framework. So I have to do this thing first. Second thing is I have to prepare my data set, which is already there in the past. Third thing, download cycle GAN pre-trained models. It's optional because we can make it our own, like train the cycle GAN model with your past images to learn about the transformation, generate new images, and then fine tuning and post process optional, adjust parameter and fine tuning, and evaluate, organize the generated data. So we are going to do this thing now. The first thing is we just save this, Control S, and then we go to terminal, and we say git at dot and git commit message. So update it, readme. So we have update. Oh no, what? Um, okay. I think I have to write them separately, but it used to work first. Um, maybe this is the command of I'm not using WSL. It's better if I use WSL because WSL is designed for these kind of things. Okay, I close upper things. I just continue with the WSL always. So first I say git. I think git is not there. Oh no, git is there. Okay, so I say git add dot and git commit message, and the message is updated readme. Okay, so it is again asking me like I did not configure things, so I just copy them. And my email, I write it here. And the username. Okay, now it will push the changes. Press enter. Okay, updated and done. All right. Next thing is we have there. Okay, this is done. This is done. Everything is done. Next thing is we have to go for the gen models. Okay. Now, because I am going to install multiple libraries, but before that, I must have to make sure, like, when I want to work on other computer, let's say I want to work on Jetson, where I need to do a lot of processing, and I may have to move a lot of my data there. So like I may be worried about different like environments and stuff. So I cannot configure everything there. So the better option is if I go with the Docker. Like a Docker is a good thing. Like if you can see it here, it's a Docker thing. And Docker is not installed. If you like to learn, yes, more. I want to learn more about it. So you can install Docker, and then you can create a Docker file and so on to make it working. Okay, to make it working, you can go like a download Docker. Okay. Then we click on download. Okay. For Windows, yes. We want to download this one. Open. It will take a little time. Okay. So this file is downloaded and okay. So now you can watch this. Add a shortcut to desktop. No, I don't need a shortcut on desktop. So, okay. Okay. It's in unpacking the file and so on. Okay. So it's installing Docker now. I can easily go to there. Okay. But now we also have to create a Docker file. So a Docker file is a script actually that tells Docker how to build your container. When you will have a container, so you can install all of your requirement libraries there. So let's say I just quickly create a new file and for example, okay. You must restart Windows to complete the installation. Okay, I just say I don't want to restart right now. So what I do, I just simply go right now and I don't do anything. Um, all right, so we will do Docker later. First, we create a new environment. I say create dash, oh no, sorry, conda, then create. You have to make sure like if the conda is installed on your computer already or not. What I can see here, I think because I'm using the WSL, so Conda is not there. So definitely I have to use the install first the Conda here because I will prefer to work with the Linux. So that's why I am just right now I have this Linux. So I will use like I will go to like a mini Conda here like a mini Conda download. Okay, and then I come here. Inside this, there would be like because I go for Linux, Miniconda. Okay, and I go for Linux. Okay, accept all, whatever is there. Okay, so I'm using this is a Linux one. Mac Linux, Linux R4 Linux, and this. So I continue with this one maybe. Okay. It is asking me to download this, but I want to use the wget method. So because I do want to quick install it, so I go to Linux and I simply copy this command and then I go there in the Visual Studio Code and I simply paste it there, Command Shift and B and this. Okay, it will install the Miniconda here. You can also get it like from this website, docs anaconda.miniconda, and then you can go it there. Okay, it's installing it, 23% done. After installing, initialize your newly installed Miniconda. The following commands initialize for both bash and shells. So because we are using bash, this is done. Now we just copy these both of the commands and we go to Visual Studio Code and we paste them here. Enter. Okay, saying no changes. By the way, we also have to activate Miniconda. Um, we okay. Let's see. Ls cd dash dash or cd slash home ls cd slash ls. This should be Miniconda. I don't have it. It's okay. I just create a new WSF. Okay, it's in a base already. I think it's automatically detected it. Okay, so no, I don't think so. I did detect it automatically. We are like if you see, I'm saying get, then bash, then remove. Okay, now it is installed on my computer very successfully. Like I have in a base. So to move further, I will simply write this command: conda create dash dash name. I want to write the name of the environment as CycleGen and Python 3.8 and hit enter. Yes, enter. Okay. Now this is done, so I can activate conda, activate cycle gam dot env. It's up to your choice. You can write any name. I'm choosing conventionally this name. So okay, it is activated now. I simply write there pip install tensor flow. Okay, okay, I do it. It will install TensorFlow. That definitely it will take time because TensorFlow is a very big library. And then I say conda install PyTorch, Torch VM, Torch Audio, CUDA toolkit, and then PyTorch. I install it using Anaconda. So let it finish. Okay, things are getting done. And like right now, I have installed only TensorFlow, and TensorFlow is a big library. So I think everything is done. Now we have to go with Conda install and PyTorch, and then Torch VN and other things. So I simply paste them here. Please write them PyTorch, Torch VN, Torch Audio, and CUDA toolkit. So CUDA toolkit is very important. Um, yes, I want continue. If you see, I have installed, like I have written all of them, and then lastly I will copy this, Control C and Control V and enter. Okay, so it's already in the path. Okay, what it is done, I think. We've installed KRS. Okay, it's saying already satisfied. Perfect. So everything is installed. Our step one is completed. And the step two is now prepare the data set. So we will do the step two and then we will end this like part one of making this project. So if you see this one, organize your pest in the different image pest from the folder A, pest from the folder B. Okay. So we have organized our path like this, train, test, and then I write only one, two, three, four, five, and six, and the remaining three I reproduce because these are too many. Or I just write nine, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, one, two, three, four. This is like a training and testing data. So I have them here. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Uh, Folder. Okay. Okay, so I have organized your past images into two domains, past from the folder A, past from the folder B. But I have right now like past slash train and then test slash images images dot jpg. So this is like the format I save them. Like this is the folder one or folder two, and these are the images inside them. So now it's done. The next thing is I simply have to make this model. Okay. So okay. So I just copy the code. Okay. So you can click on this, and after that you can connect with the WSL. So it's saying like starting VS code in the WSL Ubuntu. So it's downloading the server for it, and now what we will do, because we are working with the WSL, so let's just connect with the WSL and okay. So we click on it, open folder. Okay, right now we are inside this. Now this is pretty like strange because I want to use a folder which is inside on like by Windows, but it is showing me a folder code which is inside like WSL. Okay, to do that you can write the M and T, then C, and inside C we can go for user, then EEUMA, and after that you can go to desktop, and this is a pest classify, and then you can click on OK. So we have opened this. Yes, I trust this. Yes, authorized it. And then gen model. Okay. Okay. Now we test this. We want to install recommended Python extension from Microsoft. Yes, I want to install it. Okay. And next thing is it's already there. Everything is perfectly working. Okay. Now we click on this and we run now. Yes. Okay. Right now it do not have any okay, I just go to terminal now. It's inside the base one. I choose the terminal from Anaconda to CycleGen. So it will have all of the required things inside it. Okay. Now I try to run it. It's giving me error with the TensorFlow.keras, but let's see what we have. Okay, it's running, working something. Okay. No module name tensor flow add-on. Um, okay, like because when you have no module, so you can just say pip install TensorFlow and add on. It should work if it's not there. Okay, it's there now, working. Let's see if we can play again. Okay. Now it's showing something like if you like to use GPU, follow the guidelines for how to download and set up the requirement libraries for the platforms, keeping registering GPU device. I also have a GPU device. I just purchased a device for this, but let's see how it will work. So we need to update our WSL and we need to install some important libraries. Okay. Um, Inside the WSL, we can write this because we have installed the latest. Okay, I write the password. Okay, installing the install CUDA toolkit. You need to install the CUDA toolkit. Okay, I searched it on internet and download CUDNN. So I also need some kind of DNN libraries. Okay, unable to locate package CUDA. Okay, unable to locate package. Okay, so okay, we write this, enter, and there's no CUDA. Add a correct CUDA repository based on the Ubuntu version. Okay, I check this. I'm using this, so definitely I will install this. Okay, it's okay. I can do like a Debian package for this. So I think I have to go to like here. Yeah, this is a problem. CUDA. I think I did mistake when I was installing TensorFlow. I should have installed like proper things. Okay, so we have like Linux. Okay, so we should do this thing instead of installing TensorFlow alone. We should install like this because it don't have a CUDA right now. I click on this. Okay, if you would like to use GPU, follow the guideline. Okay, because I want to use the GPU, I follow this guideline. Control C, Control V, and enter. Okay, now NVIDIA GPU with the CUDA architectures. For GPU with the CUDA, unsupported CUDA architecture. Windows native, +7 or higher, no GPU support after TF.